What's up, guys? So I bought a Darkstar Complete at Walmart for $39.99, and then I realized that's exactly the same price as a normal set of skateboard wheels. So I decided to put the Darkstar wheels on my actual board, and we're gonna see how they skate. It took me so many tries to do a nose manual with really cheap wheels. This is one of those tricks that I usually have first try or at least second try. But with really cheap wheels, I just couldn't get enough speed to nose manual the whole ledge. So if you've ever skated really cheap skateboard wheels, you know there's just something that doesn't quite feel right about them. It's not that they're harder, it's not that they're softer, it's just that they're not made of the same material. About one trick in the mini ramp before you stop. So I really tried to go fast, but I could grind for about a foot. So I didn't even have enough speed to do other tricks after that. So let's see if I can do a little bit better. I'm gonna try a little harder. So I wanted to use this video to figure out why they feel like that. I'm gonna do some tricks and maybe cut them in half and see what happens. So the first problem you're gonna notice if you try to skate really cheap wheels is that you can't go fast. Some of them are better than others. I've skated the Kryptonics boards and their wheels are so slow. Even when you first get the board, they just don't roll. You can see that all over Braille's channel. There are some boards like the Darkstar boards at Walmart that are a little bit better. They're really good at first. When you first get one of those boards, it actually rolls and you think these wheels are actually really good. But over time, these wheels start to get slower and slower. And I didn't know why at first, but I have figured it out. So I've bought several Darkstar boards from Walmart for other videos. I've bought some for other people, and I've skated on them quite a bit. I've always wondered why when I first start skating one of these boards, I can do all these tricks and I really like the wheels, but after an hour or so of skating one of these boards, the wheels just don't roll anymore. And I finally figured it out. So testing this board, I realized I'm breaking the core of the wheel. I'm a bigger guy, I'm about 6 feet tall, about 200 pounds. And when I jump downstairs or I just ollie, I break the core of the wheel. These wheels have a really thin amount of urethane around the wheel, and then they have a hard plastic core. So when I land really hard, that plastic core can't really compress without cracking. So I end up cracking the wheel. Then it's not actually round anymore. It's like lumpy, and that's why they're not rolling. The actual core right in the middle where the bearing sits is actually breaking, so it's putting more pressure on the bearing, but also there's tons of little pieces of cracked plastic inside the wheels. So it's not a circle anymore, it's a lumpy square. I've been skating my whole life and I've never cracked a skateboard wheel. You know, Richtas or Bones or Spitfires, they're all one solid piece of urethane that's poured into a mold, and they just don't crack. They wear down, they flat spot sometimes, but you can't actually crack through the core of these wheels. I used to hate Richta wheels, but lately they're my favorite wheel company. I really like the Richta Clouds and the Richta Slicks. The Clouds are super grippy, the Slicks slide really good for grinds. If you could combine those two wheels, have a nice grippy wheel on the bottom and on the sides, have that Richta Slick hard plastic urethane coating, that would be the best wheel. I skated Bones wheels for years and they are the best wheel for power slides. And Spitfires, they're a good all-around wheel. I think Bones are good if you want to slide, and I think those Richta wheels are better if you want a really grippy wheel. Whew. So I'm actually going to have to stop skating the mini ramp for the day because my legs are going to be sore. This is like a leg workout. I've I'm using all my energy pushing and pumping because the wheels are so slow. So I'm really disappointed with these wheels. I thought that they would work okay, especially if I put good bearings in there, but I guess my bearings are a little bit dirty. But, you know, they're so slow, it's ridiculous. I'm really excited to go home and put my normal wheels back on, but I'm gonna try to do a few more tricks for you guys. The durometer of a wheel is how hard it is, so anything over 100 is really hard, and anything under 70A is really soft. So if you want a grippy wheel, you're gonna go with like a 78A. If you want a wheel that's gonna allow you to slide, you want 101A, 104A, something like that. I'm gonna do a future video where I try to do as many power slides as I can and flat spot all these different kinds of wheels, see which ones last longer, especially the Walmart wheels. I really want to see what these wheels look like when you actually power slide them until they flat spot. Like I said in last week's video, next week I'm going to be reading off the winner of the grip tape giveaway. So if you haven't already entered that contest, go check out my last video about the grip tape giveaway. So the next problem with these cheap skateboard wheels is they're not grippy enough. A grippy wheel is going to grab onto the ground and go faster. But with these wheels, if you get into a power slide, there's no control. You just slide until you flat spot and core your wheels. They feel like a plastic instead of a urethane. So if you land a little bit off, you're going to slide out and fall. Every wheel is different. So this is mainly about the Darkstar Walmart complete wheels. You know, the Kryptonics wheels from Walmart are so much worse. You know, I'm not even going to go into those wheels because they basically don't roll at all, and they're way slicker. But I've actually bought cheap wheels that didn't have this problem. I bought some Amazon $5 blank white wheels one time that said they were 101A. They didn't have the problem of being too slick, but they were very slow. They just didn't roll as fast as a professional skateboard wheel. I just could not go fast. And there's nothing more frustrating than pushing around the skate park and just not being able to keep speed. So like I said in my last video about Walmart complete skateboards, these boards are designed for small children. These boards are great for little kids. They're not good for a big, heavy guy. They're not designed for a full-grown man to skate on these boards. These boards are great for kids that are just learning how to skateboard because they don't roll that fast. And when you're just learning how to skateboard, you don't want to roll that fast because you'll get hurt. So if you want a skateboard and you only have $39.99, go to Walmart, buy a Darkstar Complete. But if you're a bigger guy and you want something that's gonna last, I would suggest going to the shredquarters.com, picking out all your different skateboard parts, putting it together, getting better quality skateboard parts. You know, good wheels, good trucks, a nice strong deck, and you're gonna have a board that's gonna last you for a lot longer. So don't go out and buy a $200 carbon fiber skateboard deck, you know, but get something that's good quality because you're actually going to be spending less money than you would on a bunch of cheap boards that are going to just break every day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of content, reviews, tutorials, and just videos about what I'm learning as I grow as a skateboarder, then hit that subscribe button. And thanks for watching.